Hi Aries, welcome to October. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month is important. You've got a new moon in Libra at the start of the month on October 6th, and then a full moon in your sign on the 20th. And a bunch of Mercury, we start out with Mercury is retrograde, but it will go direct toward the end of the month. Pluto is going to come online around the new moon, and then Saturn on the 10th. And then we have Jupiter and Mercury both going direct on the 18th. The Sun will move into Scorpio, and Venus will move into Sagittarius this month also. So let's see what the cards say for Aries for the month of October. What does Aries need to know about love and relationships for the month of October? I feel that if you're feeling stagnated, this month can bring a little bit of a shift in the energies. But I really feel like next month will be more active. But anyway, let's see. What does Aries need to know about love and relationships for the month of October? The Queen of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Two of Swords. The Six of Wands. The World. The Judgment. The Three of Swords. The Nine of Swords. The Empress. The Queen of Wands. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. So the Queen, you could be starting out the month doing a lot of thinking, maybe possibly reconnecting with someone from the past. You have the Six of Cups here. The Queen of Cups energy is someone who is very intuitive, very sensitive. Could be a water sign that you're thinking about. But if anything, you're tapping into your own sensitivity, your own intuition. And you may feel like reaching out to someone. Either you're going to hear from someone from the past, or because the Six of Cups is about moving, connecting with the past, healing from the past, and moving on to something better, or moving on to it, creating greater harmony. So some of you might be creating greater harmony in a relationship, especially if you've had a falling out with someone. Because I'm seeing the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords. There's some swords here. So in the past, you have the Two of Swords. That is a card of being on the fence about something, trying to decide what to do. I feel like for some of you, you might be separated from someone that you care about, because you have the Three of Swords here. This is a card of heartache, separation. The Nine of Swords is mental stress, maybe some guilt, or being worried about someone. It could be a partner is worried about you and your health, or you're worried about someone's health. But with the Two of Swords, it's like you're afraid you don't want to reach out. You haven't decided if you wanted to reach out or not. You're kind of like just thinking about what you want to do, and you're not sure what to do, so you're not doing anything. You're just kind of taking time to decide. And you may come to a decision around the full moon. When we have that full moon in Aries, you might decide then either to reach out or not. You have the Nine of Cups here, so that's a wish fulfillment card. So if you decide to take action, you could get what you're looking for this month. You have the Six of Wands. This is a card of victory, success, maybe even travel. So it's possible that you have moved recently to a new location, or you're thinking about moving, or you've had some career success and recognition. The World card is here. The World card is like a cycle is ending. So I feel like you've ended something, and now you're ready to go to another level. You've had some kind of an awakening, because the Judgment card is here. And the Nine of Cups, so the Nine of Cups gives you your wish through the major arcana. So you have the World, the Judgment, and the Empress. The Empress is about home, family, abundance. So with the World, if some of you might have ended a relationship, and you're ready to move on, or some of you, or sometimes in the World is not always an unhappy ending. It could be a completion. A cycle is completing, and you're moving on to another level. So you could be thinking about commitment, taking a relationship to the next level. Now with the Judgment is about having an awakening within yourself, where you decide, I need to make some changes, and I'm responsible for my life. And so you could be working on yourself this month. How do I need to improve my life? Do I need to change some habits? Eat healthy, take better care of myself, get rid of anything that's been bringing you down and anything that's self-destructive. The Judgment is all, because it's like a rebirth. It's like you're being reborn from the ashes. So if you've had some kind of setback, you can recover from that setback, either in a relationship or even in health. If you start getting on the right path and start doing healthier things, or taking charge of your life to take it in a new direction. And the Judgment has something to do also with forgiveness. So you may need to forgive someone, even forgive yourself in some cases if you feel like you've fallen short of certain things. But it's like you're getting a second chance. You're getting a chance to make things right, to make things better. And you're waking up to what you need to do to change your life, because the Judgment card is like being the agent of change, not the victim of change, taking action. The Three of Swords is heartache. It's in your negative thinking sector, so you might have severed ties with someone and it's upsetting you. There's a sense of loss, and I think on both sides. And you're not thinking positively about this relationship. In your environment, you have the Nine of Swords. So that could sometimes represent the other party. Maybe they're worried. They're up at night worrying, thinking about you, worried about your health, or just mental stress in general, worried about, imagining all these scenarios, and it could be that their imagination's working overtime. The Empress is in the area of what you're wanting. And the Empress is a card of abundance and creativity and success and family, home and family, giving birth to something. So if you've ended a relationship, you may want to have a new relationship. Like you're looking for abundance. You're looking for someone that gives you're wanting to find a place that you can call home, where you can settle in and feel protected. Because the Empress could sometimes represent like maternal qualities. So either you're wanting to be the mother, be a mother, or have a home and family where you feel nurtured if you're not into having children. Or even to start a creative project, be more creative in your life. If you've been working in an area that hasn't been very creative, or you haven't been using your creative talents. But the Empress is definitely about abundance. And whatever work that you've put into something, you're going to see the results. You're going to see positive results, even if you might be feeling doubtful at the beginning of the month. And the outcome is the Queen of Wands. Now, Wands energy could be your energy, taking charge of your life, going after what you want. The Queen energy, she's a good leader, and she goes after what she wants, and she's capable of managing a home, managing a career, managing family. She's not afraid to speak her mind. But the main thing about the energy of the Queen is she doesn't wait for things to come to her. She goes out and goes after what she wants. She doesn't sit and think, okay, when is this person going to call me? She's picking up the phone, dialing, And with the Nine of Cups here, I feel like you could have a wish fulfilled this month. And things could start coming together, especially with the World. The World may end something or complete something. But that could be a time for celebration too. It doesn't have to be an ending like that. That's a sorrowful ending. It could mean, okay, I've worked really hard and I've completed this stage of my life, and now I'm starting to reap the rewards of it. Or I'm taking something to the next level, to a higher level or better. So you could be ascending to a higher level or a better, higher energy. And even, especially with the Six of Cups, that's about moving into a situation where there's greater harmony. So I feel like A relationship could have a turnaround this month, and it could move into a situation where you have greater harmony, where you heal the wounds of the past, but you're also working on yourself. You're not just like expecting things to just turn around. You're contributing to that turnaround. By working on you, you're creating change in your external environment. Because you can't change other people. You can only change how you respond to things or change yourself. So that's where the energy is. The energy is working on you to make things better in relationships and getting the reward, because you have the Empress, you have the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups. It's taking action, and don't get caught up in worry and overthinking things. Don't get caught up in being on the fence. You need to get off the fence and make a decision and take action. Be the leader in your life, and you're going to bring in then this abundance promised by the Empress and the world and the Nine of Cups for that matter. So you have good cards here. But you have to know what you want. You have to know, like, what do I need? What am I really looking for? And how can I be the type of person that would attract that thing that I'm looking for? Because it's not just having someone come into your life. It's about attracting because you match. Your energy matches. And that's going to bring that thing in that you're really wanting. So in the astrology, you have a new moon in your 7th house. And it's conjunct Mars. And Mercury is also there, but it's not, it's further away. It's 20 degrees. The new moon is 13 degrees. But it still provides an influence. You have a lot of planets. You have what we call a stellium in your 7th house. So relationships are going to be significant this month. And with Mars there, you may decide to take action in a relationship, either to connect with someone or to bring, if you're not connecting with someone from the past, you might be wanting to connect with someone new, because there are 2 queens here. So it could be that you're leaving something in the past that didn't work, and you're connecting with something new that is going to work, that's more compatible to your energy. Mercury is trine Jupiter, and Jupiter's in the 11th. So the 11th is the house of friendship, the groups that you belong to, hopes, wishes, dreams. And Mercury is usually the planet of communication, sharing ideas. So you may reach out to someone, maybe a friend, and that friend or that group that you're reaching out to is going to bring you prosperity. It's going to bring you abundance and opportunity, because Jupiter is a blessing. Jupiter in Aquarius in the 11th house, and it's a trine aspect. So I feel like groups are going to be important. Who you're connecting with this month. Connect with groups that are supportive, friends that are supportive, that are optimistic. You know, you don't want to hang around with the killjoys. You want to be with the people that believe, that have a positive outlook in life. You have Neptune in the 12th. Now, Neptune in the 12th is in its home, and it's in Pisces, so it's really strong in the 12th house. It's a good time for taking time out to connect with the divine, recharge, think about your spirituality, your mission in life. You know, what is my purpose? What do I need to? So it's good to like do meditation or any kind of counseling, therapy. Anything that deals with the unconscious or deals with spirituality would be good. Even creativity. You could use creativity as a way of healing. Like art therapy would be good. And Jupiter is in conjunct Neptune, so there's a little bit of the moon. Mercury is in conjunct Neptune. So you want to make sure that you're thinking clearly. You may find that if you reach out, sometimes you have a hard time explaining yourself, or people don't understand you. Now, Uranus is in your 2nd house. It's in conjunct the new moon. So there could be some surprise developments around money, your security, even self-esteem. The 2nd house is what you value. Your values may be changing. Maybe you're expecting certain financial resources, and there could be some surprises around that. Saturn is in the 11th house. It's trining the North Node in the 3rd house. So I feel like Saturn is about karma and work and responsibility. But it's also, if you've done the work, it brings success. So you could be experiencing success in a friendship or a group project, but you have to reach out and communicate. The 3rd house is about communication. And the 3rd house is about, it's also about siblings. So maybe you're reaching out to family members that you haven't talked to in a while. I feel like you may be working hard towards a goal this month, but you will get rewarded. So if you do the work, if you put the work in and you reach out to people and you try to make things better, I feel like you can achieve that goal this month. Now, Pluto has been in Capricorn. It is in your 10th house, and it's going direct. So career matters may start to move forward, even relationship matters, because the 10th house is your public life, going from single to married, married to single. So when that moves forward, it could bring shifts in that area. And Saturn is going direct in your 11th house too. So around the 10th. So first you have the new moon, and you have Pluto going direct, and Saturn goes direct. So these are heavy-hitting planets. If you felt like things were not moving and things were just stuck, they could start to move around this time. Things should start to loosen up and move forward, a lot of your goals. And you can transform your life in a major way when these planets start moving forward. Jupiter and Mercury will go direct later in the month on the 18th. So while Mercury is retrograde, it's a good time to reconnect with the past and tie up any loose ends, redo something, fix anything that wasn't done right the first time. You have Mercury in the 7th, so it could be that you're working on relationships, reconnecting with something that went off the rails, and maybe now you want to patch it back up. And with Jupiter in the 11th, it could be a friendship too. It could either be a romance or a friendship or a partnership with groups that you belong to. And when Venus goes into Sag, Venus right now is in Venus is in Scorpio at the beginning of the month, and then it moves into Sag right after the new moon. And where would that be in your chart? That would be the 9th house. So Venus in the 9th could bring communication from a distance, or a relationship, a love relationship from a distance, or with someone that's very different than you culturally. Or you might have love through some type of a goal that involves higher education, teaching, learning. The sun is going to move into Scorpio. That's going to be, where's Scorpio in your, it's going to be the 8th house. So that could bring, shines a light on confronting your demons, what areas you need to transform in your life. It could bring a revelation about financial support, what kind of resources are available to you. So those are some of the issues you might be dealing with around the new moon and around when the sun goes into Scorpio at the end of the month. Now, the full moon's on October 20th, and that's in your sign. So something is definitely completing in your relationship sector. And also in you, the first house is how you present yourself to the world. And that's going to be changing. So the moon is in the first house. It could be a very emotional time for you. Maybe you're sharing your emotions more. And the sun is in, and Mars are in your 7th house. So you're really going to be acting on relationships. And that could be business or personal. There could be some activity around a relationship. Something comes to completion. Something gets revealed around the full moon. Now, the difficult thing is the moon is having a T-square. The full moon is T-squaring Pluto in the 10th house. So there's going to be a lot of powerful emotions around this full moon. Could be power struggles. Could be transformation in your career, your life direction. You may decide to go off in a different direction. You might decide to end a relationship, or if you're not going to the next level and committing, you might be just ending a relationship. But you're really like Mars is your ruling planet, and Mars in your 7th house can bring arguments, can bring strong feelings. So don't overreact at this full moon. Bite your tongue. Try to work things out peacefully. Because the Aries energy is like, I want to get things done. I want things to happen. So there could be some volatile emotions going on. Now, the positive thing is you have Mercury in the 7th, and it's sextile Venus in the 9th. So while all this stuff is happening, it could be a career thing where there could be some challenges around a career relationship or partnership. And the people involved are very manipulative or powerful. There's power struggles. And you might have to bite your tongue. But Venus and Mercury are sextile. So there could be, through communication, there could be some good news coming in at the same time with a love interest or a creative project. So it's not going to be all intense. I mean, but Pluto is intense. So Saturn is in the 11th with Jupiter. So you're going to have to work hard for what you want to achieve, but the rewards will be great. You may feel like you have a lot of responsibilities at the end of the month. But then when Mercury and Jupiter start going direct at the end of the month, like there could be some misunderstandings or miscommunications. Things could slow down when Mercury's retrograde. And when it goes direct, whatever has been stuck will get unstuck. But I feel like there has to be some kind of communication. So if there's any kind of misunderstanding, communication will help. And will help, create a more harmonious outcome, a more profitable outcome. But there is going to be tension. But there's also the potential for healing, because you have this yod going on with Uranus, Mercury, and Venus. And Uranus is in Taurus in your second house. So there could be some conflict around money or self-esteem. Something that in a relationship, there's healing around what you feel you deserve, or do you feel like you have enough to offer someone? You may be interested in a relationship but feel that you don't have enough to offer this person. Or there's got to be there's something around healing that only communication can help. Like you can achieve a goal, but you need to be honest. You need to be vulnerable. You need to drop your guard and really talk about what's important to you and what you value and what you're looking for. And I think that you can. So if you're having problems in a relationship, I feel that you could work things out. It may not be easy, and you may bring up a lot of deep emotions and deep issues. But if you can have the courage to go to that place and really talk about things, you could create some amazing results and positive healing. So you have an opportunity for positive endings, positive new beginnings. But it's going to involve taking action, and you making the difference, and you opening up the lines of communication, breaking the ice. And even if the conversation goes into difficult areas where you might feel uncomfortable, it will lead to greater intimacy in the outcome. So don't be afraid, and you're not afraid. I mean, Aries, out of all the signs, has the most courage. You're not afraid to go into dangerous areas, or to take risks, or to take chances, or to put yourself out there on the front lines. And if you can, so do that, and you'll see a positive result. You'll have that the energy of the Empress coming into your life, and you could wind up getting everything that you really wanted and have worked for. So that's my forecast, Aries, for this month. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, leave a comment if this resonated with you. I love to read how the readings are resonating with everyone. And thank you for your support. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and that's how you book a reading with me. That's the only way. I don't reach out and call people. People go to the website, buy a reading, and then I contact you after that. So have a wonderful October, and I'll talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.